This year you have a great group of seniors. They have a very interesting experience. They've had a standout year going to the World Series, which was their first year, and then a couple other years where a few ups and downs, but still finished near the top of the conference. They just have had a very interesting experience here at Central. So what are you looking to get out of that group of seniors in this last year for them?
Well, first off, I have really high expectations for all 5 of them. We've got pitcher Katie Giacconi, catcher Allie Dishinger, third baseman Emily King, and then outfielders Michaela Schoonover and Courtney Smith. Like you mentioned, 4 of them have experience at the World Series. So really high expectations because they've got the leadership, they've got the experience, and that's huge. And like I said, it's kind of a good group where we've got pitcher, catcher, infielders, outfielders. So it's solid along those lines, especially with all of them being starters.
You don't have any seniors that need experience. They've all been starters before, but what do you want them to do in this last year?
My biggest goal for every single one of them is to have personal bests. Like you said, they've all been starters. They've all had solid years. I would just really like to see them all go out on the best that they can and have a personal best season because I think they all have the capability. They've worked so hard. They're very passionate. So I would love to just see them have personal best seasons.
Talk about some of the new players you've got and how you want them to contribute to the team.
This is a new little group because we're basically half newcomers, half returners. We've got 9 newcomers total, 6 freshmen, 3 transfers. Shortstop is a key position, and that's going to be new faces there. That's either going to be a freshman or a transfer. And then our battery, lots of new faces in our battery because we've got 2 new catchers, and then we also have a freshman pitcher, and then we also have a junior college transfer. So a lot of new faces, a lot of new people. Going to expect a lot out of them. Some of them are going to see immediate impact out there. Some of them will definitely have role situations. In our defense, there's so many new faces. There's going to be lots of different defensive combos or offensive combos that we can do. So it's going to be fun just to kind of play around with it. And I just want everybody to try to do the best they can with the opportunities that they're given.
You play a lot of games in the early season. Within the first couple weeks, I did the math last year. Within the first 3 weeks of the season, you played a third of your games. So that's going to happen again this year. What are some things you need to learn in these first couple weeks of the season before you have to jump into tough MIAA play?
I think first off, our group is just really excited about getting outside and competing. There for a while we were just stuck indoors, and then finally we got a little break with the weather, so that was nice to actually be outside on the football turf. And then just recently, just a couple days, we've actually been on our field. So that's huge when you can get on dirt before we head out to the opening weekend. The big thing, like I mentioned earlier, I think for us right now is just getting healthy inside the circle. Like when you're asking what do we need to do to get better for MIAA, we're going to see lots of different combos out there, and I think it's just really trying to get our upperclassmen pitching where they are limited early, but hopefully when it comes to MIAA play, they'll have a lot more where they can be able to throw a lot more innings, throw a lot more games, and really help out because it's going to be nice to have a 5-person staff.
Talk about why you think the MIAA is one of the toughest conferences in Division II.
The MIAA, it has such a great reputation for all sports. It's not just a single sport, it's all sports. I think it's great just in the proximity, all of the opponents are pretty close, where you see a lot of other conferences, they're scattered so, the distance is so much. So I think that helps. I think you have a lot of great teams. You have a lot of great coaches in the MIAA. Just like I said, the reputation that comes along with it. I feel like players, when you're out there recruiting, players realize that if they go to the MIAA, they're not only competing at a conference level, they're competing for regional and national recognition just because the MIAA has that reputation.